Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Mood616, and thank you guys for stopping back in for another Top 10 Tuesday. So for episode 83, and this one right here has been recommended and asked for and requested multiple times, and it is finally here. It was all the way down in episode 83. So, of course, for today, we're going to be talking about our top 10 Giallos of all time. So these are going to be my top 10 favorite picks. But, of course, as usual, I kind of had to do this a certain way. My initial list, I felt like it was way too compact with like Argento and Fulci and Bava and Sergio Martino. I felt like my top 10 was pretty much those four directors, and I was like, okay. So what I basically did is I decided to go with one film from each director. So no director in this top 10 is going to be, there's not going to be two films by that director. So I thought that was kind of a fair way to do it, so I could showcase some other films besides all the obvious choices by Argento and Bava and things like that. So, but yeah, without further ado, so that's how I did this list. My top 10 favorite Giallos of all time. Let's get right into this. In at number 10 is a film called Short Night of Glass Dolls. Now, the first time I watched this movie, I was just enthralled by this film. I thought it was just a truly amazing idea. This one right here came out in 1971, directed by Aldo Lado, who is probably most famous for directing The Night Train Murders. He also directed Who Saw Her Die, which is a really cool Giallo with George Lazenby's in that film, actually, the one-time James Bond. And of course, this movie has connections to Bond films. Barbara Bach stars in it also. Basically, what this movie is about, this reporter is found dead in like this plaza area. He's taken to a morgue where he is actually not dead. And basically what he has to do is figure out that, what led to the disappearance of his girlfriend, played by Barbara Bach. And, before he ultimately is kind of killed for real, because he's on this, he's in this morgue type deal. So basically the whole movie kind of takes place in his mind, and it's a really interesting premise, and I think it's executed very, very well. I really enjoyed this movie, man. I thought it was just fantastic stuff. So Short Night of Glass Dolls, definitely give it a shot. Awesome film. In at number 10. In at number 9 is a film called The Sister of Ursula. And this one right here is from 1978, directed by Enzo Miliano. Now this one right here is probably the sleaziest Giallo I've ever seen, but man, is it ever good. It's a good film. It kind of makes your eyes open up a little bit when you're watching it, because basically it's about these two sisters that go to this resort type deal. And then, girls start getting killed off by a killer with a very interesting weapon. And I'll just leave it at that. I'll just say it's very phallic-like. This movie is nasty. It's very sleazy. It's got some really cool kills, and it's a good mystery. It's a good Giallo. So, if you like your really sleazy Giallos and shit, I highly recommend The Sister of Ursula, because it's right up your alley. It's got everything, tons of nudity, probably, just tons and tons of sex, but great music in it, and it's a good film. Give it a shot. Don't want to say too much more about it, but Sister of Ursula, check it out. Awesome stuff, released by Severin. That was in at number 9. In at number 8 is one by Sergio Martino, and this is the one I went with. Now, Sergio Martino is a very, very hard director to pick from, and as much as I like Your Vice is Locked Door and Only I Have the Key, which I totally just botched that title right there. But anyways, this is the one that I really enjoy more. I love Torso. This one almost kind of plays out more like a slasher film in a sense, about these girls that go to the secluded area, the secluded house, because there's a bunch of murders at their college and stuff, and then, of course, they start getting picked off one by one. It's a pretty cool film, man. I really enjoy this one. I love the setting. I love the atmosphere of this one. Again, it's got great music, which most Giallos really do have great music in it. It's, of course, it's got just tons of familiar faces in it, just like every Giallo probably on this list and stuff. But, really good suspense in this one. Big fan of Torso. Yeah, love Torso. In at number 8. In at number 7 is one that I absolutely fell in love with. And this is actually, just kind of new to me, actually. And it's What Have You Done to Solange, directed by Massimiliano Dallamano. Yeah, man, this movie right here is just fantastic. I love the the film. It's kind of a sequel to this, What Have You Done to Your Daughters? That's another really great film too. I think that one was executed very, very well. This one right here is a very cool film about basically these girls that are getting killed off in this Catholic school, and they got to figure out why these girls are getting killed off, because there's really no reason for it. And then, you know, it's got a really interesting structure, because about halfway through the film, you find out who Solange is, and then it kind of takes a turn from there, and it kind of goes on and stuff. But it's a really interesting film. You know, it's got a lot of twists and turns and stuff, and it's got, you know, just a great, great soundtrack again and stuff. But what have you done to Solange? Check it out, man. Really good stuff. Of course, it has Camille Keaton, who plays Solange in the film. Yeah, couldn't recommend this release enough by Arrow. So that was number 7. In at number 6 is a film by Umberto Lenzi. Love Umberto Lenzi. And it's called Spazmo. Now, this film right here is just, it's a head scratcher, man. It's a thinker. It's a really interesting, twisted, like it's got twists and turns all over the place in this one. A really, really fantastic score, of course, by Ennio Morricone. Just really great stuff. Basically, it's kind of it's a weird film. And, you know, this girl kind of washes up on shore, and these two, played by Susie Kendall and Robert Hoffman, they kind of get together, and then they gotta kind of solve this crime and stuff. This one has so many twists and turns, and it's such an interesting film. You really don't want to say too much about it. You know, you just kind of want to go in with a very basic premise to the film. Awesome stuff. Actually, the guy that plays his brother, what's his name? Ivan Rassaman, of course, in Jungle Holocaust, among films. I love that guy, man. That guy's awesome. But this one's got it all. Great soundtrack, very interesting visuals, great atmosphere, cool kills, kind of psychological. Yeah, Spazmo. If you've never seen this one, check it out. It's fucking good stuff. Yeah, that was number 6. In at number 5 is one that I absolutely love. Blackbellied, the Tarantula. Of course, this one right here also has Barbara Bach in it. Man, she appeared in actually a lot of Giallos. I didn't even realize this. I was kind of thinking about it today, but this is a really good film. From 1971, directed by Paulo Cavera. I think he directed Plot of Fear, actually, too, which was released by Raro. That's a pretty interesting, weird film, all done by flashbacks and stuff like that. Blackbellied Tarantula, basically about a killer that is using this, what is it, a bee? Is it bees? Is that what it is? Yeah, rare wasp kind of sting, and he's paralyzing the victims, and he makes them watch their own deaths and stuff. This is just a great, great film. Great atmosphere, great kills in this one. Again, awesome music. Just like all these films, very similar, you know, technical specs to the films, but Blackbellied the Tarantula, I love this film. It's just really, really great stuff. And you can't beat that title, the Blackbellied the Tarantula. Unbelievable. Great, great stuff. So that was number 6. In at number, no, that was number 5. In at number 4 is a film by Francisco Barelli, and it's called The Perfume of the Lady in Black. Now, this is a really interesting film because it's kind of like gothic, and it's like psychological. It's a giallo, you know, it's mystery thriller type deal. It's got it all. This is a great film. Mimsy Farmer stars in this film. Basically about, she's like a chemist who starts to suffer from these really strange visions and shit like that. And yeah, it just kind of goes into this whole psychological kind of aspect of the film. Really, really cool film. Really good mystery to this. Had me on the edge of my seat the entire film. Great atmosphere, great acting, great music. Highly, highly recommend The Perfume of the Lady in Black. It's just a fantastic film. And I believe Raro actually just released this one on Blu-ray recently, so I might actually upgrade it, even though this one does look pretty good. But yeah, you can't beat this one. I don't want to say too much about it. Just run out and grab it. It's good stuff. So that was number 4. In at number 3 is the Bava film that I picked. And from 1960... Is it 1964? I should actually know this, considering I just like reviewed this film. Something like that, 65 or something. Blood and Black Lace. I went with this one over The Woman Who Knew Too Much, or The Girl Who Knew Too Much. Even though I love that film with the passion, it's kind of the film that started the whole Giallo you know, subgenre. I love Blood and Black Lace because I'm a really big fan of films with that are just beyond visually amazing. Like, this one is such a visual treat to watch. And it is pretty much the film that, you know, where Argento kind of took this kind of color scheme and incorporate it into his own films. And Argento seems to get all the credit for that type of color schemes and stuff from Suspiria and things like that, but it really does come from Blood and Black Lace. Like the I can't even stress how beautiful this film looks. The lighting, the coloring is just absolutely amazing. And the premise of the film is very simple. It's just a bunch of models that are getting picked off, and then it's a total whodunit. It's a giallo. Like who is the killer? What's going on? And stuff. And there's just endless kind of people and that should be the killer, but they're not the killer. It's a great film. It's a great film. Blood and Black Lace, amazing music in this one, but visually it's just whew. Yeah, if you're new to Mario Bava, maybe start with something like this and go from there, because you won't be disappointed. It's great. Blood and Black Lace in at number 3. In at number 2 is my Fulci pick. And I went with the New York Ripper. Now, people are probably going, that's more of a slasher film. No, this movie is actually a giallo. To pick a Fulci was so hard. I mean, don't torture a little duckling. Don't torture a duckling. I always say little duckling. I have no idea why I always do that, but I love that movie. Yeah, he's got a lot of great giallos and stuff. But I went with the New York Ripper because this movie, to me, is just the ultimate piece of giallo sleaze. It's great. It's got awesome kills. It's sleazy as all hell. The music is fantastic in this film. Did I mention the kills are awesome in this film? But the killer is so damn unique in this. He quacks like a duck. It's really fucked up. Yeah, I mean, I just recently watched A Woman in Lizard Skin again, and I love that film. It's really, really good. It's a really strange piece of kind of psychedelic giallo mystery. It's really strange, but New York Ripper is the film for me, man. I've watched this movie more than probably any Fulci film, probably besides The Beyond, and I love this movie, so had to go with that. Then at number 2, and of course number 1 is, if you guys have been paying attention to the video, obviously I have not picked an Argento film yet, and my number 1 is Deep Red. Now, Argento is impossible to pick from. Also, The Bird with the Crystal Plumage is very, very close behind here. I love that movie. And Tenebrae is the other one that it kind of go back and forth between these three. But for today, I went with Deep Red because this movie is, it is just so, it's amazing on all levels. Of course, the score by Goblin is just fantastic, but the story and the mystery of this is just really, really amazing. Which I'm not going to get into. You go into this one blind and check it out for yourself. But Deep Red, amazing on all levels, visually, editing. It's just the story, the mystery. It's just so good. It's so good. You cannot beat Deep Red. So yeah, in at number 1. Do a quick little recap. Number 2, New York Ripper. And at number 3, Blood and Black Lace. Number 4, The Perfume of the Lady in Black. Check that one out, people. Number 5, The Blackbellied, the Tarantula. Number 6 is Spazmo. Number 7, What Have They Done to Solange? Or What Have You Done to Solange? Number 8, Sergio Martino's Torso. In at number 9, The Sister of Ursula. And in at number 10 is Short Night of Glass Dolls, which is really, really fantastic. But I have to say, guys, this was probably one of the hardest lists I ever had to make on this Top 10 Tuesday series, because I own a shit ton of giallos. I love giallos, and it was like impossible to make. So that's why I did it like that. I didn't want to repeat directors, so did it like that. But anyways, guys, this video's gone on. I was going to go into a bunch of honorable mentions and stuff like that, but you know what, that list is just gonna be way too long. So I'll leave it at that. If you guys have any comments or want some recommendations or what for those, I'll leave them down. Just leave a comment down below and I'll answer it and stuff. So anyways, guys, check you guys later. Peace.